what they was exposed to culturally, historically, just to learn who you are and your history. Good morning, I'm Abdul Seraaj, the CEO of Seraaj Family Homes, and we are here today. I'm here with Marini Woodland, the Chief Administrator of the Seraaj Baltimore Towson office, and she's also the Chief Administrator, Senior Manager for Seraaj Mobile Virtual Region. She's been with us for 5 years. She started off in our Seraaj Washington D.C., Riverdale, Maryland office, and she's just top-notch administrator. She knows what she's doing, and she's truly embraced the Seraaj methodology, especially on the virtual technology part. She's just exceptional, and I'm gonna let her speak for herself.
So as Chief Administrator, I oversee the Towson program, which includes placement, movements within the company, respites, clinical supervision of the staff, working with the foster parents, training, working with DHR, contracts, kind of just overseeing the whole program, making sure everything's running smoothly.
And I would like to know more about what she did with Seraaj of Washington, D.C. and Riverdale, Maryland.
Okay, so I came in as licensing supervisor in 2014. So I oversaw all the licensing. So that's the training of new foster parents, current foster parents, supporting the clinical staff over there, working with the foster parents around how to work with the children better, understanding their needs. I also work with DHR when they came out to audit the program to make sure that we had everything we needed to have as far as licensing went of the foster homes. So that's how I started, and now I'm here.
How many people did you supervise when you were there?
I supervised 4 people.
4 people?
Yes.
And you guys had a population of about how many foster homes?
Oh man, we had at least 75 foster homes on average.
And how many children, average?
Maybe 80 on average.
Maybe 80 on average?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was a big program.
And you started managing the Baltimore Towson office when?
I started managing Towson in 2017. I became the Chief Administrator.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. And Mobile? You took on Mobile?
Mobile came this year, so
Okay.
May 2019.
Okay,
I took on Mobile virtually.
okay.
Yeah.
And explain that to everyone about how you're dealing with Mobile on a virtual standpoint, treatment plan, team meetings, etc.
Well, thank God for Skype, because that's how I deal with them.
Okay.
We Skype in weekly for our
Okay.
weekly non-corporate meetings, just
Sure.
so we can talk. I can get updates.
Okay,
I use Welligent to run the reports. Then I share the reports with my staff.
Sure.
Ask for feedback via email.
okay,
I also call, we text,
okay,
Skype, email, all that. I do visit the region, so
Okay.
they're able to see me. I'm
Sure.
able to Skype in for our treatment plan meetings with
Sure.
the foster parents.
Sure.
So that's really nice to get to actually see them face to face and see the children, so they can know me and I can kind of get to know them. So we really utilize Skype.
I've heard from the Mobile employees down that the DHR social workers get excited when you are Skyping in,
Yeah.
doing consultation and treatment plan reviews. They get to participate in ISPs. They just think it's 21st century. Just awesome technology, how we're using it in human service.
Yeah, and it's helpful for me to get to know them as well. So it's not
Okay.
just via email. I think seeing a face and putting a face to a name is important. So
Are you surprised how Alabama has embraced technology versus some of the other places?
it is surprising. It is a little bit surprising, but I'm happy for it. It's
Yeah.
good, and it's good to kind of work out the kinks, and so that
Yes.
when other people start embracing it, that we're already ready to go.
Okay.
We've already worked out everything.
Now let's talk about how this office and this region in Maryland under your leadership is embracing virtual technology and using Skype and working remotely as employees.
So up here we utilize it more for training
Okay.
of foster parents, meaning in service. So a lot of our foster parents, because we have in service during the weeks, they're not able to get here on
So
time.
Maryland allows the foster parents to get some of their CEU hours via Skype. That's
right.
awesome.
So we still count it like face to face.
Okay.
I know them. It's not,
Sure.
we've developed a relationship. They've been with the company
Okay.
over a year.
Okay.
So they'll either Skype in or they'll come in.
Okay.
And we do have mandatory come-in days.
Sure.
Because, we
Yes.
just need to see you. But on Skype, we make sure they're sharing their video.
Okay.
I'm asking questions of each one of them
Okay.
to get credit. So it's not, they don't just sign in and sit there. I
Okay.
pick on
They have to
people.
actively participate.
Yes.
Okay.
I pick on people. I call people out.
Okay.
I call the roll. So I make
Wow.
sure that we're all engaging. It's not a webinar.
Are the foster parents of Maryland embracing it?
Yes. So we've had a lot more participation in in-service training.
Okay.
So before maybe 5 or 6 people would come in, but now
Wow.
we're getting at least double digits Skyping
Wow.
in. And in addition to they were coming in as well. So
Okay.
we have a lot more participation, which helps in relicensing and certification.
So as the foster parents participate in Skype, are the employees, the social workers also engaging in Skype during the meetings?
Mm-hmm. So sometimes they'll come in, sometimes they'll also
Sure.
participate on Skype.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, because they're out in the field or they might have
Yeah.
just finished a visit.
Okay.
They Skype into the meeting as well.
Okay. How's the social workers in this office embracing working virtual and working remotely?
They're getting it.
They're getting it?
They're working on it. I know we just had an audit, perfect example.
Sure.
We had an audit and we had a virtual meeting the same day.
Wow.
And I had to go deal with the auditor, of course,
Okay.
and they were able to share their Welligent screens with
Okay.
corporate. They were able to talk about their cases
Sure.
using Skype without me being there helping. So
Sure.
they're really embracing it. They're learning. We're all still learning, but they're really embracing it and doing a good job, I think. So
When we visualize working as a virtual office and having people participate remotely in this region, I call it the DC Metro, Baltimore Metro, we was thinking in terms of traffic. Unless you've actually been here, visited here, and lived here, it's hard to understand the impact of traffic in this
Yes.
area. Because in Alabama, when we say 30 miles, you're there in no time.
Yeah.
And we say 10 miles, but here, it's a different story. So how has Skype and remotely benefited from a traffic standpoint?
Well, just like I was saying with our training, because half of our parents are down in the southern more region of Maryland.
Okay.
And so if we're talking about a training at 6 o'clock in Baltimore, they would not make it,
Because of the traffic?
The traffic, it would be 2.5 hours.
Wow.
Easy.
Easy.
If they were to try to leave, and then with work schedules.
Sure.
So we try to make it convenient for them. A lot more of them are not able to participate in
Sure.
training and really get something from
Okay.
it. So,
That's awesome.
yeah.
Have y'all done any visitations with the children between their parents, biological parents, and family members using Skype?
No, we still do that face to face.
You still do that face
Yeah,
to
we still do
face?
that face to face, and they also are able to do telephone calls.
Okay.
I don't think we've gotten to Skype as far as visitation goes.
Okay. Is Maryland allowing therapists or counselors to do therapy via Skype, what they call
Telehealth.
telehealth?
Yeah, I believe they do allow telehealth. Medicaid does
Uh-huh.
have telehealth, and it's billable.
Okay.
I'm not sure that any of our children are engaging in that yet.
Sure.
But as a state, they do allow it.
Okay.
Yeah, so-
Okay. What seemed to be the most challenging thing for the staff to we call it change their headset, to go from office space to remote?
I miss my staff.
You miss your
I
staff?
miss my staff because now they're out in the field and they're really working and engaging more in the community.
Okay.
And they're less office based. So it's a chore now to say, okay, guys, are you coming in the office?
Okay.
Are you going to be in the office? But I think that's good because they're still,
is.
their productivity is remaining
Okay.
consistent.
Okay.
The notes are done, the treatment plans are being done, everything is being done. If I need anything, I can call them. It's not a delay.
We did so much research on this project before we actually implemented it. And I was reminded from a person outside of Seraaj, a professor from Alabama State that had worked for the federal government for a long time in dealing with the Obama initiative about digitizing records. And we had a meeting where she reminded us that Seraaj Family Homes was built on a mobile platform. And that just sent off sparks in my head because she was right. In Nebraska, where we started, everybody was really working remotely. We just didn't have the technology of today.
Yeah.
our technology back then was a bag phone and a beeper.
Yeah.
And in the old, what you call it, you don't even see them no more, the phone booth. And so we've made this transition now. And so it wasn't really a difficult thing. We just had to keep reminding people. The services was built on a mobile platform. The only thing we're changing is updating the technology. Because it's designed where you have less time bogged down with paper and sit in an office and more time to do hands-on with the clients. And that's what we're hoping Welligen is doing for people. Where you got access to your records anywhere, any place you go.
Yeah. And that's accurate. Because if workers are in the field, they're able to take a picture on their phone or they just got their tablet.
Sure.
And then upload it right into Welligen. It's also helpful for me because I'm able to complete like notifications and different things.
Yes.
Instead of having to come in the office, pull out the hard file, find information so I can complete the forms.
Yes.
For data tracking, I can just go into Welligen and pull all the data, complete it, and then send it in. So it's good. It's time saving.
I can remember in Nebraska when I was doing cases myself, and even in Alabama, when you went to court, you sometimes you had files with you, especially if you had more than one court hearing. Now you don't have to do all that. People would have to run back and forth to the office or call someone to the office back then to bring them a hard copy of the document to court if they missed something, or call someone to go in for information if they was at the emergency room with the client. Now you got that in the palm of your hand everywhere you go. Wow.
We can fax it right on. We don't need a fax machine. Just do the little, you fax the email now. So things are they're readily available.
People using the scanning apps, they got them all downloaded?
Yes.
Wow.
We use the cam scanner and there was another one I can't remember.
Okay. Wow. Is this the trend in Maryland that you see among other agencies embracing technology?
Not so much.
I know that I sent you a document. What's the National Accreditation Association for Social Workers? It's in
NASW.
Okay, and I found that document again, and they was encouraging social workers across America to embrace this technology. Yeah, and even embrace it when concerning consultation, expanding your professional expertise by using video conference. I know you're doing this with Mobile.
Yeah, I am. So the company, yes, we are, but I haven't found that to be true maybe of other companies or even other, professionals.
Yes.
Not yet. And I think that has, a lot to do with just different regulations, and we're just trying to figure out how to do it so we can be efficient and meet regulations put upon us. But I think there's a good balance that Seraaj has found.
Yes.
And we're continuing to, find it and work it out.
Now Maryland, similar to Alabama, I know you have your major cities here, but you also got a lot of rural counties.
We do.
that similar to Alabama, that once you get outside of your major metropolitan urban area, it's hard to find different credentialed people to do certain things in human service and mental health. So that's why your association is asking social workers and counselors to embrace this, because through technology you can expand your expertise.
You can.
Yeah. They got psychiatrists now that are doing psychiatric eval video conference.
That's true.
Yeah, because it's hard to find people in certain small towns, but those small towns still have a need.
They do.
Yeah. So right here now, how many counties do your service cover concerning placing children? Is it just one or two counties where you get referrals from, or where your foster homes are? Are they concentrated in a couple of counties or what?
Most of our homes are concentrated in Baltimore County and Prince George's County.
Okay.
We do have a couple homes in outlying counties.
Sure.
Like I think we have a Howard or Anne Arundel.
Sure.
County. But we get referrals from many counties. Anne Arundel, Howard, PG, Baltimore City, Baltimore County, Charles. I mean, when look up, like many counties we get referrals from.
Wow. So it's not just Baltimore City and Baltimore County.
No. We get referrals from many counties.
Okay. Now it took me some time to get used to the concept of Baltimore County and Baltimore City.
Yes.
So Baltimore County has a Baltimore County Department of Social Services, and Baltimore City also have one.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's like the little city and then the county. So So right now Towson's in the county.
Yeah.
The county's pretty large, the city's pretty small. But we have a lot of referrals
I
from
thought
the
it was
city.
different. I thought it was the city that was large and the
No.
county was small.
No, the city's smaller geographically.
Geographically.
Yeah, the county is pretty large.
So you get most of your referrals coming from the county.
From the city. We get more city referrals than we get county referrals.
Okay.
Yeah, we get a lot of city referrals. Most of our after hours calls are from the city.
And the majority of your children that you have in foster care now, they are teenagers. What percentage would you say teenagers versus 11 and under?
It's probably at least 60 to 70% teens.
Yeah. Because you guys got a history here and in the DC area of always taking older kids, even up to 20 years old. I don't call them kids, they're grown people.
Our youth, yes.
Yeah, youth.
A lot of our,
use the word youth.
yes, our youth. A lot of our foster parents prefer the older ones.
Older ones.
Yeah, some of them don't want calls for younger ones. Some of them say 18, 19, 20. That's the population they prefer.
Now this is something that we're going to need you to talk on as the time run out, because this is what our Alabama foster parents, professional family teachers, and staff need to learn.
Yeah.
How does this area prefer and take older youth?
Our youth.
I mean, they're really, you're 18, you're grown, because you can go to the Army.
Yeah. I'm not sure, but everyone has their different preferences, and some of them, so they prefer the older youth. Some of them will still take a younger child.
Sure.
Some of them will take anybody.
Okay.
And then some of them just want the younger ones. But a lot of our parents
prefer
an older child. They prefer to work with them on like employment, driver's license, college, getting prepared, you know, and getting out in the world.
Okay.
So I'm not sure what it is. I think it's just finding the right parents that are not afraid to take on those different challenges.
Okay. There's a lot of people intimidated by the older youth.
They are. And so you just have to make them feel comfortable.
When I was fostering years ago in Nebraska, I prefer older youth. And I'm not encouraging people only just to take older youth. We need people to take all ages of children.
Of course.
But for me, personally, the older youth, you could get them involved. You could train them how to become independent, how to prepare their own meals, how to wash their own clothes, encourage them to get jobs. It was less stressful. They had part-time jobs. They was in sports. They was just able to do more.
Yeah.
They was not all around you, like, for a baby, a little child, it's 24/7 with no breaks. And older youth like to have their own, what they call space. Some people call me time.
Yes.
Yeah, when they like to be, go to their room to do their own thing, talk on the phone. Now it's texting and with the technology, these kids are playing video games with people across town and across state lines.
Other countries.
In other countries, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they know how to create their own world. So I think at Seraaj, we got to do more. Bridget Burke always talked about this. We got to do more to educate our staff and our foster parents about not being intimidated.